What's going on, guys? I had a request. We're going to look at Achr Aviation. I know Joby has been going crazy right now, but let's look at Achr. First thing I want to say, guys, this is not financial advice, okay? Understand this is just my opinion. Please do not make financial decisions and hold me accountable, okay? I'm still very new in the market, guys. I only have 3-4 years under my trading belt, okay? So take everything I say with a grain of salt. You do not want to just randomly be listening to people. You want to take stuff like this as entertainment and just, this is purely for entertainment, and you want to know what I think, right? This is not advice, right? I don't know your financial situation. I don't have a financial degree. I have no degrees, right? So we're just going to be looking at my analysis, what I think at Achr, and this is purely for entertainment, okay? So first, you're going to start off, guys. We always want to be identifying low volume zones. Excuse me. And the reason why we want to identify low volume zones is because this is where we're out of stuff. Understand, this is where we're either running out of buyers or we've run out of sellers, right? And it's where price does not want to hang out at. Price likes to hang out in high volume zones. And high volume zones are attractive, right? What that means is price wants to come back to those zones. They want to come back and grab volume and grab liquidity. But for low volume zones, that's where price does not want to hang out at. So this is great for entering with a tight stop, and this is great for exiting, right? Because we get to see, okay, I'm gonna keep watching the buys until we're going all the way up into the low volume zone, and we're definitely gonna be running out of sellers there. And if we're not running out of sellers there, that's interesting, right? That's a different story. So let's look first, guys, and the way we can identify a low volume zone, we want to see where price has not hung out at. Okay, so look over here. We can see, guys, look, price has not hung out in this little area. It's definitely rejecting off of here. Okay, definitely in this area. You see there's very little candlestick volume happening in this small section here. If you can see horizontally like this, very little action hanging on here. That's the kind of areas we want to use when we're kind of looking for support or resistance. This is where you want to look at, because this is where we can say absolutely we are out. Absolutely, we've run out of sellers. Absolutely, we've run out of buyers, right? We're running out of buyers if we're coming into it from the bottom. We're running out of sellers if we're coming into it from the top, right? Like as you see, we come into it from the top, and boom, we run out of run out of sellers. We have buyers. Then we come into it from the bottom. We get hit. We actually move through it, and then we come back into the zone, right? So another one we can see is here. There's not a lot of volume here, guys. Okay, another one is here. Look at that. There's not a lot of volume here, guys. Price doesn't hang out long in this area. Okay, another one is here. Look at that. Price doesn't hang out long in this area as well. Okay, so you can kind of see that. And guys, look, I'll show you how small you can get with this. We got another one right here. Very skimpy, very tiny. But look, this is an area still worth mentioning. Okay, still worth mentioning this area here. Okay, and you can get as finite as you want. I do this on the weekly because I'm a swing trader mostly. Guys, I scalp, but really I have a lot of stuff that I do. So I like to just on a higher time frame see the most significant levels, and then I can play those by ear during the day, or if I want to sit down and trade, I say, okay, I look at the higher time frame like the weekly and say, okay, excuse me, this is where we are, and etc. So now that we've got our levels marked out, we're going to draw a trend, okay? Because the best way to see if we are verifying if we've run out of sellers or run out of buyers is, have we broken trend coming into that zone? So let's look here. Go and draw a trend here. We got some kind of trend there, right? I'm just looking for kind of trends here. So we can see a sort of downtrend was here, and then it broke, and then we came down to this low volume zone here, rejected, and so we saw the retest. So this is a very good zone here, this bottom zone, very, very nice. Okay, and essentially it's actually We'll even squeeze it out a little bit like this. And we're going to verify all this with the volume profile later. And just to show you guys that, and we haven't even looked at the volume profile yet. Okay, I don't even know what the volume profile looks like, but I've gotten good enough to notice where low volume areas are that I don't need the volume profile. Okay, but we'll look at it in a second. But as we can see here, this is what we got going on. We definitely have a downtrend. Okay, the downtrend is definitely broken, and we've definitely ran out of sellers here because we have buying. Okay, so now what does that mean? Well, we've already retested, guys. We've already retested this zone. Okay, sellers try to hit it again, but no, there's just too many buyers. Boom. Sellers let up. Look at this. We're breaking through. Guys, understand, if we hold this level, this 350 level right here, this one, this tiny one right here, if we hold this 350 level, guys, break a $5. Come on. Into this nice $8, $9, $10 range. This is ultimately where I'd want to take some money. This is ultimately where I'd want to take some money up here, right? And you can see these even kind of look like Fibonacci levels almost. You know, if we did a retracement, you can see how they get bigger as they go up. It's almost what you should see when you're doing zones like this, right? Because that's just how markets work. That's how everything works. But, okay, I understand that break. We want to see that $5 break. And to see that $5 break, we definitely want to see that hold of 350. And we've done just that. We've held 350. So that's not the problem, right? So now we can actually even look at this volume here. The volume at time. How much volume we have per week, right? Check this out. We have increasing volume from this candle to this candle. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me get my arrow here. Okay. From this candle right here, this one, to this one, we have an increasing amount of volume. Look at this. Look at this increasing amount of volume. And guys, when you see increasing volumes like this, okay, what that means is that we've broken through something. Okay, understand that we've done work. It took something to get through, and we broke through that zone. That zone was 350. Very easy. We've broken through it. So we should not fail 350. And if we do fail 350, that's a problem, because short-term low volume zones is only like $3, but longer term we see like $2 again. So my theory is it's not gonna break 350. That's my theory. I personally don't think so. And if I was a buyer, I would like to put my stop loss somewhere in that zone. In fact, I wouldn't put it right below 350. I'd probably do it like 315 or 310, because sometimes come down and hit 325 or 320 or 317. So I'd like 315 or maybe like 310, because that way I save some risk in the sense that it's going to $3. Right, I save just a little bit of risk, because in the fact that it breaks 325, it could possibly go to $3. So I'm not really wanting to continue risking more, but I don't want to count a $3.24 hit as a break of 325. You know, so as you can see, I like to use these inflections, I like to use psychological levels like that as zones, because really these are real zones. Okay, so understand, we have that there. And let's look at one more trend here. We got one more trend. Okay, this trend, we'll do like that one. Okay, so in the event, we're gonna say this trend is gonna continue. It's just gonna keep continuing. It's gonna hit to $5, and that's great, blah blah blah. But in the event, remember how we did here? Remember how I had a trend? We broke the trend. Guys, understand this. Things happen over time, okay? People like to, oh, it's gonna sell off right now or blah blah blah. Guys, look, things happen over time. It takes time for buyers to come in. As you see, look, we got buyers coming, but look, still we had sellers. Came down, buyers came in, still we had sellers. And finally, sellers let up because there was just too many buyers, right? We ran out of sellers. So same thing here, guys. Look at this trend, okay? You understand the trend is a trend. It's not like it's gonna just fail. It has to slow down, okay? And that's how I trade. I'm a reversal trader. I typically don't play trends. I typically play reversals, okay? Because I like to watch, and then I just get out, or I get in and get out. And I typically like to do that because the reversals are usually the beginning of a trend. So I don't like to get in a trend when it's already formed unless I've seen this volume here, this increasing volume like we talked about. We came back down and retested it, and we were holding, and we saw rejection here. That's when I'd get in, right? And I'd say 100% we're good here to play that retest into the trend. But understand this, guys, we're still in the trend. So in the event it retests 350 again and it breaks, right? And it breaks, we're seeing sellers here. That doesn't mean it's not going to go to 5. Remember, it takes time to turn around. So I would imagine 5 would be the absolute top, or sorry, not 5, but more like 550, or in this zone, right? In this low volume zone, that would be the absolute top for this move here. And we probably hold sideways for a little bit unless we get how do you say? We get that trend and we break 350 and come down. We probably hold between 350 and 550 here until we continue up. But this is a very important trend, okay? Because understand, if we hold, since we are holding this 350, as long as you don't break this trend, guys, 5 is coming, okay? 550 is coming. And if we get into 550 and we have not broken trend, I'd like to say somewhere around 10, right? Somewhere around here, $7.50 to $12 in this range here, but sorry, $7.50 to probably 10 around there, and that's in that other low volume zone. Okay, so that's my analysis right now. Okay, we have held 350. We're coming into the $5 area, and we haven't broke trend yet coming into the $5 area. So sellers haven't gotten their way yet, okay? And it's very clear. It's very clear. This is not something, you don't need to do much analysis on. You can see the trends right there. Buyers are here. Yes, we have wicks to the upside here, but that does not mean much in the sense that we are still trending. We haven't broke trend, and we're just wicking off that low volume zone there because we've done it too quickly, okay? So yes, a lot of buyers, but it's going to take much more sellers to slow it down. And even if it does slow down, guys, we can still hit 550. Okay, so excuse me. Ultimately, this is the zone to watch up here, 550 zone up here. And yeah, that's gonna be my analysis. Thanks for watching, guys. Really interesting stocks going on here, flying aviation things. If we look at Joby, let's go over to Joby. Remember, we drew these levels, guys. Very interesting. Very interesting. Air taxi stuff is starting to move. It's broken the downtrend. So that's interesting, guys. Okay. This could be some really good times to start investing into some of these things. Once you see a downtrend break like this and you see demand and retest of demand, in this sense for Joby, it'd be around $6 to $8, somewhere like that. Retesting around this area here. Guys, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Air taxi service. No longer, not like a plane. These are like flying cars almost. So very interesting stuff, guys. Trend is breaking, as we can see. So nothing more to say than that, okay? Let's keep in mind one more time, guys. Trading is very risky. Understand? Don't take anything I say as financial advice, okay? This is purely my opinion, and these videos are purely for entertainment. And if you just want to know what I think, guys, understand I only have 3 to 4 years of trading under my belt. I'm not a veteran. I don't have any financial degrees. I am not extremely smart, okay? So please, please, please don't go and say, oh, look at these zones for yourself, do all the work for yourself, but just if you want to know what I think, come watch my videos. This is what I think. I like making these videos, okay? Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, make a comment if you want to see your own ticker. You want to know what I think about your ticker or a different ticker, leave a comment. I'd like to do a video analysis about what I think. It's good practice for me, and it's good that maybe I can also show my steps and stuff. Also, let's go back to Achr, and just so we didn't use volume profile, right? But we still got some good low volume zones measured out here. As you can see, this zone here, pretty low volume. This one here, look at that nice low volume. Look at that nice low volume up there. Bottom here, look at that nice low volume. Right here, look at that nice low volume, guys. I did it to the T. I did it perfectly. Okay. So, learning to do this stuff, guys. This is what takes time to learn. You have to understand how markets work. And if you learn how these markets work, guys, you don't need crazy indicators. You don't need a lot of, you don't need to need 10 moving averages and all this stuff. And so, but like I said, I'm a swing trader. It's not really much different on smaller time frames. It's just very hard and fast and fast and fast and fast. And I'm doing a lot of stuff right now, so it's not really like I want to do that. Like, want to be fast right now. So I'd rather just play the long-term stuff and get after it, okay? Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.